Hello, hello. I am at home. I usually do a Friday night, knowing me, knowing you, teach stories. But I went to Dimitri's birthday party right afterwards. After class ended, I went straight there. Well, I cleaned up, of course. I had to clean up, and I went straight there because I want to support people who support me. Uh, I don't know how to say it, but I always want to show up to whatever I can. I show up to whatever I can, especially if I've been invited to go. To to the people who invite me to things, I want to be able to go to when I'm invited. It's not as it's not so much I'm scratching someone's back. It's just that I if I'm given, I also give back. The people who support me, I want to support them, obviously, and I consider that fairness. It's all in fairness. And as long as I can do it, I will do it. I will I will show support, obviously. And I don't know how to say it without sounding without making it all about myself. Because I never something to know about me is I don't really like being the center of attention. There's times when I feel like I wish I was, but deep down I want to blend into the background. I want to work behind the scenes. I want to operate behind the scenes. I never want to be in the foreground. So it makes you wonder, why did I become a Taekwondo teacher? Because it wasn't because I needed the job, because this job doesn't pay much. But another part about me is I wanted to progress other people forward. I wanted them to work on something. I wanted to be there to help them learn something and then progress forward. But becoming the head honcho, or I shouldn't say head honcho, becoming the teacher, the one in charge, it puts a lot of pressure on me that I wish I didn't have to deal with. Sounds funny, right? But in order to fulfill this desire of mine to help people, I took up the job when it became available. I took up the job. I enjoy the work, but the other things like filling out reports, counting all the money, being responsible for the money, depositing the money for the boss, that's all stuff I care less for. I would love to just show up, do the job, have fun while doing it, and then go. Hmm. But happy birthday to Dimitri. Honored to be your teacher. I wish we were working on the same day so that I could come out and visit you too. But we do work on the same day. But you picked Escondido. That's so far from where you live. But hey, even I drove out to Escondido when there was Escondido class. I drove out to Fallbrook when there was a Fallbrook class to visit the previous teacher of the locations. What else? I I made a dent in my storage unit. I still have items that if you need, let me know, and I can definitely look if I have some because I've given away a few more things. And it's like, yeah, this person is gonna use it, and me, I'm just gonna collect it. But Friday night was a good success. I really enjoyed Friday night. Ella is pretty much the star student there, and if anyone wants to come out on a Friday night and help me like spar with her, because we're currently sparring, she needs the difference of skills to to further increase her sparring. She needs it, and Spring Valley isn't the best hub for that. El Cajon would be because there's more variety there, but I can't expect kids from El Cajon to go to Spring Valley, or I can't expect her to go to uh, El Cajon all the time. I rather have people go to El Cajon, and I'm talking about like black belts. I'm talking about anyone that doesn't go to class anymore. You know, come by, help me out, help her out too. Give my boss a reason to give me a bigger location on Friday because Friday's room is kind of small, and I wish I just had a bigger room. Tomorrow, so today's Sunday. Tomorrow I'm gonna get an ultrasound on my legs because I am just tired of having zombie legs. I am so tired and so over having zombie legs because the skin, unless I cover it up and wrap it up, the skin doesn't always stay closed. Eventually, there's gonna be a blister, a fluid blister, and then it pops. And the dialysis helps a lot because it takes away the fluid from my legs, so I'm not always constantly swollen and constantly leaking, weeping fluid. That's the term they use. They call it weeping. And I'm just so tired of coming across the weeping. I mean, it's a heck of a ton less than it used to be before. I have socks I washed on my laundry day that I haven't used because I keep wearing slippers. The reason why I wore slippers is because my legs were weeping. It was weeping fluid into my white socks, and it would stain my white socks. So I haven't worn socks in a long time. I take the baby wipe. I take showers, and the baby wipes just keeping my feet clean, so they always look clean. But tomorrow is gonna be a ultrasound, and then damn, June 3rd is gonna be a venogram. They're gonna stick contrast in my body, so they can see my veins. And apparently, I'm not supposed to drive for 24 hours. I'm like, what? A venogram? Just like that? Oh man, it sounds invasive, right? It sounds like surgery, but I guess the contrast really gonna show up the veins. I hope it doesn't affect my kidneys because I want to keep my kidneys, but a transplant seems like the next step. I'll talk more about that later. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you later.